I have an obsession with yarn, like all different types of yarn. I've spent way too much money on yarn, but that's not going to stop me from buying anymore. Hi everyone, my name is Lizzie. I also go by Beanie. Today I wanted to showcase some of the yarns that I really like using and some that I've had difficulties using, or if there's brands that I prefer and everything. I just wanted to show what I like using and what I like using it for, because I know one of the hurdles I had to get over when it comes to crocheting when I was first starting was I didn't know what type of yarn to get. There's thousands of different types, thousands of different, I want to say, concentrations, like 20% cotton, 80% acrylic, or I was like, do I get 100% acrylic? Do I get 100% cotton? Just for an example, there's even more of that. There's bamboo, there's felt, there's velvet, there was just so many different types, and I did not know where to start when I was a beginner. So this is kind of what I just wanted to show, my personal preferences of what I really like after crocheting for a few years now compared to when I first started. One brand that I really like when it comes to buying yarn online is the brand Hobbii yarn. It's spelled Hobbii. They have so many different types and very affordable in my opinion compared to other brands out there that can be really expensive for like hand spun or anything, or hand dyed, compared to like individual yarn shops. I love going to individual yarn shops and buying yarn from there as well, but that's definitely a luxury compared to some of the cheaper yarns and everything. And even though I get a certain type of yarn, I will use different types of yarns for the same project. One thing that I've started to make a lot more is shawls and scarves, but more so shawls. There's so many different colorways when it comes to a Hobbii yarn as well. They come in beautiful colors, like so many beautiful colors, and I just use so many different types. One that I get from Hobbii Yarn is this bamboo yarn. It comes in a small thing like that. I believe it's only 100 grams. It's 50 grams, so it's small. It's small, but for one of them, it's $4.30. When I bought this, I'm just looking at one of my previous orders of when I bought this, and I bought 3 of them. And I bought it in gray, green, and like a mustard yellow, and it's very silky. This is one of those things where it's like, it would be something I would make for myself, because I would not want to make this, spend my hard-earned time on it and hard-earned money on like buying this stuff, and when it's very delicate, and give it to someone and for it to have it ruined because it is bamboo. It's 70% bamboo, 23% cotton, and 7% acrylic. So it does have more durability than like 100% bamboo, which I don't know if that yarn exists, to be fair. All I know is that this is super soft, and I just use it for shawls. A lot of this is shawls. I love doing shawls. Another same size is their cotton. I got their 80/40 cotton. It's 100% cotton. To be fair, I don't know what the 80/40 means. 84, because it says on there it's like 84. And this was only $2.15. So for cotton, this was cheap. This was really cheap. Cotton does tend to be cheaper, but for like a bulker size, like this bad boy that I have later, this was really cheap, and I really like using it. This is one of the many colored options that they have. I also used a purple one. I only got one just because I wanted to see it if I liked it or not, and I do like it, so I will be getting more. I just love using cotton. I use cotton more so for clothes, so that they're a lot more durable and they're a lot more easily washable. I just made like a cotton skirt that I really like. There's some cardigans that I've made before with cotton. Cotton is like what you can make with pot holders, that anything to handle heat is what I would use cotton for, and acrylic or cotton for clothing is like what I've kind of stick to. And then shawls can be a little bit more extravagant, and it can have a little bit more of those delicate fibers, because it's only like a cover up. I'm not gonna wear a shawl when it's raining. I'm not gonna wear a shawl when it's snowing. I'm gonna wear a shawl when it's like bright out and sunny, and but I still want something over my shoulders. That's just when I wear shawls personally, and I feel most able to gift shawls to other people. So that's normally what I do, is I make shawls when it comes. But same thing for scarves. A lot of this can be doubled as scarves. I wouldn't say so much as hats. I have a yarn that I use particularly for hats because it's thicker and it's more wool based. There's at least some wool in it. I don't tend to use, because this just would take a long time to build up. I use cotton and acrylic for bags, so I would use this for like a small pouch bag if I wanted to. That would be super cute, like a small little pouch. Another yarn that I have from Hobbii is the same too, but it comes in two different colorways. Is these, like, they're super different. Both of them are glittery, but this one you can see like a lot more. You can see this one some. This is gorgeous. I'm making a cardigan out of this one, and I have like 7, I think I ended up getting. And these are only $6.60. For these two are $6.60. Yeah. There was another colorway that was a little bit cheaper at $6. I already used that somewhere. I don't really know where it is, because I have a lot of yarn. I can't find all of it. This is just beautiful. I would use this for a shawl because the way it works up is gorgeous. My mom definitely, she loves the sparkle and everything, so I made her a shawl out of it was a different color. It was more like a sunset. But these are gorgeous, and they're huge. Like, they're a lot smaller than, like, I guess regular size cakes that you'd see at the like Canon cakes are way bigger, but these size cakes for this thin is, well, I love it. It's either fingering or I don't know exact size. This one is 100 grams as well, so you can kind of base off whatever. But I just personally love the colors. The colors are so pretty. Hobbii, again, is just like the winner when it comes in price. And one other cotton and acrylic mix, again, for shawls, there's this beautiful purple that I got. This one was $6.60. It was one of their solid, so it says solid right there. It's just mixed. To me, I have a harder time using this type of yarn because of how thin it is. You're gonna have to use a smaller hook for it. For example, this one says 3.5 to 4. I would have even thought it was maybe even a smaller hook. I haven't come up with a way to use this yet. So if you have any ideas, let me know. I thought shawl at first, but I was like, this is rather thin. It would take a really long time to build up. So I have 2 of these, but I don't know what to use them for personally, but I think it's really pretty. So if you have something you would want to use this for, I would definitely get it, because it's only $6.60 for, it's 100 grams as well. It's so much. There's so much, and it's such a pretty lilac. Like, I love this color. Just the color I love. The last thing I have to show, the second to last thing that I have to show is actually a lot bigger than anything else that I have from Hobbii. It is 200 grams, and it is this big thing. I got 2 of these because I did not realize that they're going to be so much bigger than this, but it is. It's a lot thicker, a lot more versatile to make with. Like this I would make a cardigan with because of it so much. It's such a pretty, again, the colorway is gorgeous. You cannot go wrong when it comes to their colors. Their colors are gorgeous. It's called the Butterfly Monarch. I will have all the links listed below for them, just because I really like it. When people do that, it is 100% acrylic. So again, this I would definitely make a cardigan out of this, or a pretty skirt, like just a little flowy skirt. Okay, moving to the last one is their plushie yarn, which is what got me into Hobbii yarn at first. They have so many different colors. I'm going to just go to the website real quick, and this specific one I got was the Honey Bunny one. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 36 different colors. I don't know if that's like all the ones that they have like right now, and they have obviously a different one than just honey bun. Sometimes they come in different concentration. This is 100% polyester, so it is 100% acrylic, or polyester. I don't know if there's a difference between acrylic and polyester. I always thought they were the same. But it's the plushie yarn. It's for stuffed animals, or that I use it for stuffed animals. I wouldn't really use it for anything else but stuffed animals, just because what you will have with this specific yarn, let me see if I can get the end, is that it's going to fray. There is some of the black that is going to be lost. I would only use it for plushies, because when you're working with it, this starts to like lose its structure. It can come off, so it's not a durable. When I was beginning, I made a hexagon cardigan with this type of yarn, not Hobbii specifically, but it shedded so much. I wore it one time and I was like, I can't handle this. It was too heavy as well. That's another thing, is this is obviously a lot more weight because it's thicker. It's super soft though. Only downside is actually the quantity, because this specific one is 100 grams, but there is another brand that I have coming up that I have more gravitated towards using, because I feel like I get a lot more out of it and it's just more available to me, because this I obviously have to buy online. So get into acrylic. A lot of people, including me, uses the Big Twist value. This is just one of the colors I have. I've gotten every single color probably from this brand. I use it for so much. I can't think of one thing that I haven't made. Scarves, shawls, even like smaller plushies I've made out of this acrylic yarn. I always get it when it's $2.50 from Joann's. Personally is where I get it. I don't buy it. I only know that's available in Joann's, but it also could be like available like online or something. I'm not sure personally. I always get it from Joann's, whether that's me buying online from Joann's or that's me just going in person, going to Joann's, because I have 3 Joann locations near me. I go there all the time, and I always go when they have the sale for $2.50. Another alternative, I don't know how expensive it is because I only have one, is the Red Heart. I believe it's cheaper. I'm not sure by how much. I only know about $2.50 with Big Twist. I only have one because I tried it and I did not like it. Compared to, because I tried Big Twist first and then I tried Red Heart, I didn't like it. Oh, that's the black from the blushy. Big Twist wins in my way. Red Heart does not. I understand why some people like it, because definitely at first it feels very similar, but when I worked it up, it didn't feel the same. To me, at least. It just wasn't what I liked. But yeah, I just didn't like how it worked up. But that's my personal preference. If you love it, go for it. But personally, Big Twist all the way for me. Alrighty, so to get into like other smaller, not smaller brands, I want to say, but more niche that I don't get all the time, but I still really much like and enjoy, and I've gotten into a lot more, is cream and sugar and cream. This is cotton. This is 100% cotton. This is the big boy of cotton. I want to say I paid like $10 for it, and I used like a coupon, or if it was on sale or something. I've gotten the smaller ones. Those are a lot more digestible, but I made a big skirt out of the cotton. I used brown, and I had to get like 4 of them, and so I've been getting like the big ones because I make a lot more with it. Personally, I love it. It works out really nicely. It's like so solid, it's so beautiful, it's very durable. Like when I was very nervous about working with cotton when I was first starting, because I didn't want to use it in the wrong way. I didn't want to be like, oh, I'll just use cotton, but I was like, that's a little bit more pricey, so there's a little bit more of a hurdle that way. But I love it. It's really one of my favorite ones to get now. Another one that I meant to say for the hats is this specific, it's the Lion brand. I can't say it's cotton. It's not cotton. It's acrylic and wool, and it works really nicely for beanies. I've made a lot of beanies with this exact color. I'm actually about to make a second beanie for my boyfriend so we can have matching beanies. But I really like it. The only thing is, like, I like making it and then I like blocking it. Not so much blocking it, but kind of like washing it. I like getting it wet, making it a little bit softer, because once you wash it, then it gets a little bit softer and it's easier to wear. Because at first it was a little bit scratchy to me, but I really like it, and I got it for like only like $4, I want to say. I only got it a while ago. Michaels is like a competitor to Joann's, and I do get a lot of yarn from Michaels. One the brand of Michaels is Loops and Threads. I really like Loops and Threads. Prices can be different depending if they got a sale. I normally only get a sale when they have like buy two get third free, or something like that. That way, like each one is like 33% off, so to speak. This one is acrylic, and this one is not one of my favorites. It's just really pretty. I've used it for more of a delicate shawl, but the problem is because it's so soft, it can come apart a little bit, like when you're working through it, if you're not being conscious that it could come apart, if you're just going like fast, it will like come apart in some areas, and then you have to be like, oh shoot, and I have to reconnect it. So on to my last one, and arguably probably my favorite one that I have ever found. It is the Loops and Thread brand, and it is their Signal plushie. This is their thick, and this is their thin. Obviously it comes in a variable of different colors. They just came out with some recently where it was like pinks and whites, but that was a while ago, so I say recently, but it was a few months ago. I really like using it for plushies. They're super soft, and this can be variable in price depending on if you have coupons, and I have 2 Michaels nearby me, so like I'm pretty accessible to me, and it's just one of their more accessible ones. This one is the Signal Home Slim, if you truly want to know what it's called, and this one is the Sweet Snuggles. Comes in a variable of different colors. I make all the different plushies that I make in this yarn. It's just one of my favorite yarns to use. With any plushie yarn, you have that same problem of the threading coming off, and it just takes practice working through it. It's taken me quite a while to get used to it. I've been making plushies now for like, I want to say even just a year. So it's just one of those things where it's like you get used to it. You find out which one's your favorite. So that is kind of all that I have for yarns that I use like day to day. There's obviously some that I use like special like occasions, like the when it comes to buying yarn from independent yarn shops. Those are my special cases. I have a yarn ball that I got just one, and it was $50. So that obviously is not going to be what I use all the time and what I'm able to afford all the time. So this is just yarn that is cheaper and I love using, compared to one that I don't like using is the Red Heart, for example, and just ones that I feel like are a little bit better than other ones that I have tried one times and I just don't even have them anymore, so I don't even know what they are anymore. So these are just my tried and true brands that I really enjoy. I hope this helps someone. I hope this helps pick out what kind of yarns you maybe want to try if you've not tried one of these. I think Hobbii is one of those ones that a lot of people know about them, but maybe some people are more hesitant to buy from them because it's an online shop. It does take a while to get here, but to me it's very affordable, and you get coins, I think it is, per purchase that can go towards other things down the road. I got some like cute heart yarn clips that I used with those coins because I've just bought a lot from Hobbii. But I hope this helps someone, and I hope you guys have a great day crocheting.